I'm fully responsible for what I said last Wednesday when I announced the 23 players about the players of Kaizer Chiefs. I said first that they don't deserve it to be with the national team. And when I said they don't deserve it, I didn't mean that they didn't have the skills, but that the performances were not enough to be a Bafana Bafana. When you see that at that moment, again, at that moment, Kaizer Chiefs had 4 points on 12 in the competition, and you saw what the reaction was of the supporters after the defeat in Galaxy, I don't think that I said something wrong. Secondly, I'm responsible when I've said that there are many new players and that it takes some time, that everything is okay, because it's not easy to implement 5-6 new players in your team. And I'm responsible also for, as I said, that there was nothing changed comparing last season. Kaizer Chiefs struggled all the season last year. I don't know which place in the ranking they ended, but the performances were not what we can expect from a team from Kaizer Chiefs. I'm not responsible for the things that someone amongst you tried to put in my mouth and I didn't say. And I quote, and Tseki didn't change anything. I never said that. And that is very bad. And I'm really upset about that. If you want to criticize the coach of a team, do it yourself. Don't use me by letting me say things that I didn't say. I'm really, really upset. I'm here because I trust you, and I hope that you quote me about things that I'm saying, but not what you did now. And I know we did it. You can be sure that if I lose confidence in you and trust that you don't quote me correctly, that my press conferences will be very basic in the future, and that I will not answer anymore any questions about you or from you. This is very bad. Again, I've always taken my responsibilities for what I'm said or what I said, but not this. And I mean what I'm saying or what I said now. This you can't do. The camp. It's a strange camp because we have 7 injuries. Mudau was injured, but okay, he played now last Saturday. We didn't know that. Nobody informed us about that. We have Longwane, who's injured. We have Zwane, who is injured. We have Maseko, who is injured. We have Leroux, who is injured. We have Morena, who is injured. And we have now, at last, Mokoena. So there's a lot of. And I'm not happy about that because these games are preparation for AFCON. These games are preparation for the qualifiers in November, but okay, that can happen. But it's on a bad moment. I don't blame someone by saying that, but that means that you have to change the team on 7 places if you compare that with the selection of Morocco 3 months ago. And I hoped to have, maybe with a few changes, to have the same selection that played against Morocco. But okay. At the other side, there is a good side also, in that situation. That is that we have to call other players, and that they will give also playtime. Because this is the goal of those, was the goal of those 2 friendly games, is that we should give playtime on every player who is here. So that means that those who are here now, new ones who are here now, will have playtime. And to replace Mokoena, we called Nkunjana from Galaxy TS. So, I'm happy with the opponents of next week. There are 2 teams who are qualified or nearly qualified for AFCON. So that means that they are strong teams. What I always said before, I like to play against more stronger teams. It's better for us. You become better by playing against such teams. The result is not on the first place, taking into account with all the players who can be present now, and also because we will change a lot in those 2 games. But that doesn't mean that we will be happy if we should lose. So we will play for the victory, like we did in the last year. And I have to remember you that we played in the last year 7 games, we won 5, we draw 2, and we don't have 1 defeat. So that means that Bafana Bafana is on the right way, that we are progressing, but that we still have to progress to be good, certainly already in November, because it's very important that you start the qualifiers for World Cup, hopefully with 2 victories. And also those 2 games will be a good preparation for what will happen then in January in Ivory Coast. So also there we want to do good performances and try to have good results. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Taking 5.